Good morning, fuckers. How you fucking doing, you bunch of cunts? You useless, disgusting, horrible, degenerate filth. And I can say that secure in the knowledge that if you fucking follow my channel, you're not right in the fucking head, are you? Yeah, bunch of perverts, a lot of you. Perverts, weirdos. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a couple of dope smokers amongst you. And of course, you're all bloody alcoholics, aren't you? Bloody drinkers. Yeah, boozers. Yeah. Yeah, you probably enjoy your food and all, didn't you? Yeah, I know the sort. Kind of eat bloody roasts and enjoy it. Loads of gravy and all that lot. Well, what can you do? What can you do? I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. But you know you're wrong, don't you? Anyway, I'm just going to double check. Let's have a quick look. All right then. Oh, dear me. I did a poo and then away. I'm trying to get Netflix working. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Let's make sure it's working. Yeah. Testicle, 1, 2. Oh, it's working all right. Right then. So, topic of this show, the 1957. Oh, fuck off. Oh, go away. Or anyone who accuses me of loving the sound of my own voice. No, I'm not that keen on it. Not when it's fucking talking back at me. Anyway, the topic of today's show, the early morning Sunday show, get you up, ready in time to get dressed and cleaned up and go to fucking church. No danger out with you, like, is you? All a bunch of fucking atheists. Atheist, dope smoking, premarital sex ridden perverts, a lot of you. Anyway, the topic of today's show is the 1957 Ford Consul Mark II in pistachio green. Why? Why, you ask? Because that's the greatest car ever made. It is. It is. Some people say it's the Aston Martin, driven by James Bond. Some would say it's the Lotus Esprit, also driven by James Bond, but not proper James Bond. Bloody Roger Moore, when he had to get a model from knitting fucking patterns in to play England's great. No, they're not the greatest cars. You keep going. We can keep going. We talk about the fucking one Steve McQueen driving Bullet, the Ford Mustang, No, no, it's not the fucking Batmobile or any of the Batmobiles. No, the reason the Ford Consul Mark II in green is the greatest ever British car is because that's the one that Sid James drove in the greatest film ever made, Carry On Camping. A film they can never remake in today's politically correct, namby-pamby fucking mother your dog fucking bullshit, agenda driven, fucking politically correct, fucking nightmare dystopian future. Because it's basically about a couple of middle-aged men who go on a fucking holiday camp so they can go peeping through the fucking hole in the showers at a party of young schoolgirls. Yeah, with the intent of luring them back to their tent and plying them with alcohol so they can have sexual fucking relations with them. Now, you might say, oh, but the schoolgirls in question were all played by 30-year-old actresses. Well, it doesn't make any matter. Doesn't make any difference. It's still fucking bang out of order and perverse. Yeah, the greatest English film ever made, apart from Zulu with Michael Caine. Oh yeah. They couldn't remake of that either. Oh, the glory days are behind us. The glory days of, of the sexual revolution, of colonialism, of Fred Dibner climbing up chimneys and smoking roll-up cigarettes and talking about what a fucking state we're all in. It's all gone now. It's all gone. We live in a plastic, electronic world. Yeah. So anyway, anybody got an old Ford console they want to flog me cheap or donate it? I'm raising funds so I can get a filmobile to go down the local campsite. That's the goal of my life. Do a bit of camping. I'll be wearing beige cardigans, um, funny little hats, and going, Cor Blimey. I want to be Sid James when I grow up. And, well, I think I'm old enough to be a Sid James type, pulling the birds, talking about the big tits and stuff, going, you've got a lovely front there. Yeah, all that stuff. I love a bit of it. Well, I'm a bit of a perv to begin with. I think I could fill his boots. Not literally, my feet are too fucking big. I was bigger than Sid James. Yeah, yeah. Well, not in terms of fame, success, money, none of that. But I'm taller, I'm sure. Well, I think my fizz is in better nick than his was. Look at the state of him. Great big flat nose, all those wrinkles. Oh, yeah, yeah. I reckon I could. But it was his personality. That's what I want to learn. I want to learn Sid James's tricks. How he got away with it. Although he didn't get away with it for long. He fucking died of a heart attack, didn't he, on stage? Oh, what a good guy. He was only 62. Tommy Cooper, Eric Morecambe, Rick Mail, fucking, oh God, what was he called? Derek and Clive. What the fuck? The tall one. Peter Cook. All the funny people die young. So, try not to be too funny. Yeah, try and have no sense of humour whatsoever. Yeah, like the people who work at the fucking Department of Works and Pensions. Oh, that bloody horrible crowd. They'll live to be 110, won't they? They've got no sense of humour, a lot of them. Bunch of buggers. Oh, I've had enough of it all. Yeah. Mm. I love the names Sid James used to have. He was called Sid Boggle, Sid Plummer. In one film, he was called Vic Flange because he probably didn't want to call him Sid Flange. A couple of other films, he couldn't be called Sid because he was playing legendary highwayman Dick Turpin and our greatest monarch, Henry VIII. Yeah. Henry, I'm Henry VIII, I'm Henry VIII, I am. Oh, I got married to the widow next door, shagged her up the arse, that dirty fucking whore. Yeah, doing it up the bum. Yeah. I almost want them to make it illegal again because it'd be more fun, wouldn't it? Breaking the law. Yeah. Doing it up the bum. Yeah, anyway, the thought of holidays, Carry On films were known for their holiday-based films, their plots, because you had Carry On Behind, caravans, Carry On Camping, tents, Carry On Abroad, Spanish Hotel. You couldn't show that these days. That'd be bloody racist, wouldn't it? And yeah, they did some hospital-based dramas. Carry On Nurse, Carry On Doctor, Carry On Again Doctor, Carry On Matron. The military, Carry On Up the Khyber, Carry On Sergeant. Yeah, Carry On Cabby, Carry On Teacher, Carry On Columbus. Carry On Emmanuel. Oh dear, that was a stinker. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the Carry On films. I've got Carry On Screaming on Blu-ray, and I think I ought to do a bit of a fundraiser so I can buy myself Carry On Camping on Blu-ray as well, so I can watch all the filth and depravitude of in high definition, so I can see every detail of the string attached to Barbara Windsor's bra. Uh, yeah, I watched a couple of carry-ons today, and it's got me in the mood. Giving me the horn actually, the carry-on horn, because I watched Carry On, Carry On Abroad, and I watched about a quarter of Carry On Henry, but I saw that a couple of weeks ago. Also saw a film called Too Many Crooks, and that had Sid James, Bernard Bresslaw, and Oh, what's he called? Bloke who played fucking Arthur Daly in Minder. George Cole, was it? Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I like my old films. But yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out my DVD of Carry On Camping. It's got them all in there. You know, Sid, Kenny, Charlie, Terry Scott, Barbara Windsor, Joan Sims. Oh, Peter Butterworth. He was good as the as a camp owner. Pound. It'll be a pound. Oh, don't tell me a pound. Yeah. Well, basically, what it is, right? You got your Sid James and your Bernard Breslaw, right? And they're down the cinema to watch this mucky film, Naked as Nature Intended, all about people at a fucking nudist camp because they're trying to get their birds in the mood for a shag. Why middle-aged men, right, with their own cars and houses in relationships weren't getting sex isn't explained. But they decide they're going to go and find this nudist fucking campsite so they can get their birds interested in sex, right? So they nipped off down the camping shop, right? And oh, that bird with the big tits is in it, right? Valerie Leon, probably the most voluptuous and attractive bird what's ever lived. She's also in Spy Who Loved Me and one of the Pink Panther films and an Hammer horror, Blood from the Mummy's arsehole or whatever it's called. And they're going to ask about the fucking nudist campsite. And Bernard Breslaw's going, I always get shy. I go in a chemist to buy some rubber johnnies and I always end up asking for a tube of toothpaste. And Sid's going, yeah, puff. Watch me. And he goes up and it's Valerie Leon. She's like, how can I help you? He's like, tube of toothpaste. And she's going, oh, we don't sell it here. He's like, oh, bloody hell. And he sees this leaflet, like, Sunny Dreams Holiday Camp. And he goes, this is the one, this is the one. So they go off to the camp. Yeah, it turns out it's not a nudist camp. It's just a regular camp. But there's a whole party of schoolgirls there. There's Terry Scott and his missus. There's Charlie Hawtrey. And they get into all sorts of escapades. They're sneaking in the showers so they can spy on the young girls. They're inviting them back to their tents, coercing underage girls into sex and stuff. And by the end of it, with all the slapstick and the fun, a bunch of hippies come along and they nick all the schoolgirls. And Sid and fucking Bernard Breslaw, their birds are like, oh, go on then, let's get in a tent and have a shag anyway. So it's a nice happy ending. I'm not sure that synopsis had passed for a fucking real film review, like what some people do on YouTube. Yeah, but they go watching the films though, don't they? They write their notes and oh, they've learnt to read and stuff. Oh, they've been to university. Fuck them. Yeah, well, university. I was reading about this cunt in the paper. I say the paper online, but it was a website for a paper. Yeah, and what was it? Yeah, this cunt, he'd taken out like 40 odd grand in student loans, and now it was up to 75 grand because of the interest. They really stitch them up with the interest, the poor old students. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. But you know what? How much society expected to spend on educating people? Because like your normal school kid, 12.5 grand a year, right? For what? 11 years? That's 10, 15, 25 miles. 137 grand, right? You stick another 20 grand on top of that. Well, you're well over 150 grand. The taxpayer, those poor bastards, is paying just to get a sprog, educated up like. And I don't think education's very good these days. It's all reading and writing, isn't it? Yeah, it's all asking fucking Chat GPT and printing out that bollocks, handing it in, doing fuck all. Yeah. No, education. I mean, if you're going to be educating people with all this bullshit about that king what burnt the cakes and all that rubbish, don't give them a chance to cheat. Say, right, okay, pens at the ready, write a fucking essay, and we'll fucking watch it. I mean, all fucking education should take place under exam-like conditions. Yeah, to make sure they have learnt it and not just fucking cheated. And there should be more hands-on stuff. I mean, the best stuff I'd done when I was at school was a bit of woodwork, a bit of metalwork. Also, saying the best stuff, it wasn't. It was atrociously bad. I made this stupid little race car that was fucking rubbish. I made a little shovel thing. I haven't seen that thing in fucking years. I made a little hammer. That was rubbish. And I made a little kotuk, and that was actually quite good. That come out quite well, for a kid. I enjoyed getting my hands on things. Yeah, getting my hands dirty. Yeah, no, not just my hands neither. All right. But yeah, there's too much of this education nonsense. Like, oh, history. Oh, fuck off. Who cares? Bunch of shit. It's just as shit as it is now, only with less computers. You don't need to study history. And geography, well, we've got maps for that. You know what I mean? Now, instead of teaching geography, teach navigation. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. We've got sat nav. Well, the batteries go on a sat nav, but a map made of paper, learn to read it, learn to use a compass, the batteries don't run out on them. They don't get knackered if you drop them in a puddle. They get dirty, but they'll still fucking work. I mean, we should go back to the old-fashioned ways. Yeah, what else? I mean, what did you learn at school, you lot? I can't think of much I learned. I learned that school was a load of shit. Taught teachers were a bunch of boring squares who couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. Although saying that, if you've ever tried to organise a piss up in a brewery, you'll know that from the fucking second you arrive and start requesting access to the alcohol so you can get boozed up on it, they're going to throw loads of red tape in your face and say, oh, we're not a licensed premises. Try the pub or go down the off license and then go back to your own home and drink it. You're not coming in here and drinking our booze and having a piss up. So anyone who says couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery, well, will prove us all wrong. Get yourself down a brewery and have a piss up. Not as easy as you say. Usually ends with security guards escorting you off the premises under threats of fucking phoning the police if you don't go away. Fucking hell. And as for fucking accusing politicians of not being able to organise a piss up in a brewery, I'll tell you why. They're pissed up already on the fucking subsidised bars that they have in Westminster. They couldn't walk straight to a fucking brewery if they wanted to. They're all pissed, those lot. All pissed out their fucking heads. Disgraceful. And I bet they can still smoke in those bars and yet. I ought to apply to be a fucking MP myself. Get down there and, fill out my form, stand for an election and just get down Westminster, pissed up every day, everything on expenses, you get pissed out your brain. I want a taxi. Oh, can't afford it. Oh no, I can. The taxpayer's paying. Oh, it's a life of run being an MP. All you do is waffle. You get up, you do a bit of waffling, and then you sit down and you either cheer your bloke or bird, because they let birds in the House of Parliament now, or you just like fucking jeer and boo and fucking heckle them when it's the other side. Those bunch of knobheads, you go, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." Oh, like the fucking monkey house at the zoo at fucking feeding time, House of Parliament. Now they can all fuck off, a lot of them. They're all a bunch of wankers. Yeah, Sherman tankers, Barclays bankers. Yeah. Septic tankers. Anyway, I'm getting ready for the most boring day of the week. The tediosity and knob-headed attitude of fucking Sunday. Oh, Sunday, bloody Sunday. You can see why YouTube wrote a song about it. It's completely crap, isn't it? Oh, A day traditionally reserved for going to church, having a nice bit of grub, and fucking hosing your fucking motor car clean on the lawn. That's fucking Sundays for you. The horrible dread that when it's over, you have to get up and go to work in the morning. Oh, work. That's the fucking problem with society. We have to go out and work to pay to keep our fucking politicians in booze and free taxis home and fucking all sorts of palaver. Ah, disgraceful. We don't need MPs. We just need a basic administration to run everything. State electricity, state gas, state water, state fucking communications through the post office and the fucking telephone company. Just get it back to the way it was, right? You know, you just you don't need policies. You don't need to fiddle around with stuff. You just need an army, a police force, fire brigade, national health. No. And anyone in the private sector, professional footballers, movie stars, actors, tax the fuck out of them because they're only going to waste the money on a fleet of fucking Italian sports cars, a mansion, and legal fees when they get caught raping each other. It's fucking disgraceful, you know. Mm, yeah, I heard train drivers are on 80 grand a year. I wouldn't mind a bit of that myself. I can drive a train. I mean, how hard can it be? There's no fucking steering, is there? I mean, for fuck's sake, 80 grand? You just press the go button and turn the brakes on. I mean, what the fuck? You're on fucking rails. You know what I mean? You don't need to change lanes like on a fucking motorway. You don't have to do fucking roundabouts or 3-point turns parking the fucking thing, do you? They're on 80 grand. Diabolical liberty. But saying that, um, is anyone involved who can get me in for, put a good word in for me? Bit of train driving. I mean, you don't even have to blow the horn anymore. That's the best thing about being a train driver. I mean, back in the old days, when you had your steam trains, that was proper work. You had to shovel coal, you had to pull the whistle, whoop, whoop, you know, trundling along through the great British countryside. Chuckity chug, chuckity chug. Yeah, I could be a train driver. I won't be. You won't let me. Because I don't think you're allowed to do it when you're pissed up. And you can't smoke. You can't smoke on the job, having a fag, driving the train. Yeah, I've heard what they want to ban next is coal burning fires. They're going to ban them next because they're bad for the environment. Oh, fuck's sake. If you can't have a warming fire in your home, what's the point? Terrible. Terrible. The price of fucking fags now. That's diabolical, that is. 45 quid for 50 grams. I remember it was 12 quid and it came in a fucking tin. Golden Virginia. Buy a couple of them every fortnight. You're fucking sorted. That was your big expense in life. But now, who can afford 50 quid a week for fucking roll-ups? That's why I vape. I think if Sid James was alive today, he'd be vaping. He'd be fucking 110 years old, but he'd be fucking, yeah, he'd be so old he'd be dead anyway. So it's pointless. But Sid James, he couldn't exist in this fucking climate. Nor can I. I feel like a caveman, a previous form of humanity that's been usurped by these fucking loonies. The loony brigade. Oh dear. With their transgenderism. Yeah. But saying that, I mean, I've got no time for your lesbians, and I've not got no time for birds who want to be blokes. That just confuses the shit out of me. Why the fuck would you give up your privileges? But the blokes who become birds, I can see the advantage. As long as they keep the meat and two veg, no more arguments about leaving the bog seat up. Yeah. No more fucking time of the month going bonkers. Not that I want to slag birds off, but they're better drivers. And of course, the most important thing, they take it up the arse, don't they? They take it up the arse, and you don't need to teach them how to wank you off or give you a good blowjob. There's no training involved. Yeah, yeah. You won't have kids neither. Nah. You do them without a Johnny, there'll be no fucking screaming little brats ruining your life. Oh God. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, lady boys. Mm. No, actually, no. I think I'll stick with the old tits and vagina brigade. They're good for something, I suppose. You know. Mm. Yeah, diversity. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think Henry Ford had the right idea. Any colour you want, as long as it's fucking black. I mean, you can have too much diversity, too much choice, and you can get too confused trying to work out what the fuck everyone is, and they're all being diverse. That's why they invented uniforms. You know, if you're wearing a brown overcoat, you're working class. If you're wearing a shirt and tie and a bowler hat, carrying an umbrella, looking smart, you're middle class. If you're flying on a fucking jet to Epstein's Island, you're fucking upper class. Yeah, he's in shit, isn't he? Randy Andy. His brother Charlie and his nephews, Harry and Wills, and yeah, stripped of his titles, stripped of his military connections, kicked out of his home, and now it's announced he could be required to answer questions as part of the Epstein investigation. Mm. And his wife, Sarah, the big fat Ginge Ferguson, uh, she's in the Epstein files and all getting money out of him, begging old Jeffrey for a few quid. Uh, but there you go. What a wicked web you weave when you practice to deceive. Uh, so Sunday, eh? I wonder who the viewer is. I wonder who that one person is. We all know, don't we? We all know. It's England's saddest cunt. I say England. Britain's saddest cunt. The world's saddest cunt is tuned in, listening to me like a fucking fat spastic. Like a retarded fucking cave person. Like a fucking retard. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, you have some dignity and fuck off, you loser. Fucking idiot. Oh dear. So yeah, I've considered getting the channel going again, but I can't think of anything I want to say. You know what I mean? I just pop in, just out of boredom. Yeah. See what I'd like. I'd like a custom wristwatch done in the same pistachio green as Sid James's Ford Console Mark II from Carry On Camping, 1957. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because I've had orange for a while as me watch. I've had a Pepsi. Currently wearing my old Monster from 2002, 2003, whatever it was. A Seiko Monster. But yeah, maybe. Hear me out. A brown dial with a pistachio diver's bezel. Would that look nice? Chocolate brown dial. Yeah. With gold gilt type and marker pots, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Mm. Yeah. Wonder what kind of watch Sid James wore. He'd have just had a basic Timex, would he? Well, he weren't fancy, the Sid James. Mind you, he did like diamonds, did Sid. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look, because in the days of Blu-ray and 4K, there's people who go around just going, what kind of wristwatch is he wearing in that movie? Sid James wristwatch. Oh, here we go. Sid James associated with wearing a 1966 Breitling Top Time. Classic example of 1960s luxury, occasionally referred to in vintage watch circles as having a Connery connection. Sean Connery wore a Top Time in Thunderball. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Occasionally, vintage Seiko watches are linked to him through fan discussions, but the Breitling Top Time is the most notable verified association. Yeah, let's have a look at that then. Yeah, project, cookies. Cookies. Oh, I love cookies. Mm. Once went out with this bird whose nickname was Cookie. She tuck it up the bum, no problem. Yeah, right into the rude she was. That's what I want. I want a rude bird. Look at that, it's all right, isn't it? Very nice. That's a Sid James then. Gorgeous. Cross H square case, yeah. Do, 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 do. Yeah, very nice. There you go, Sid James wristwatch, Seiko. Yeah, he's worth a few quid if he's wearing a fucking Breitling. Yeah, like the Breitling Top Time. Sid James vintage Seiko. Yeah, I'm just going through the forums now. Seiko 5 military. Vintage Seiko. Let's have a look. Images, yeah. Oh, right, there he is. Right, yeah. That's on the Carry On Doctor films. Yep, definitely a Breitling Top Time. Bloody hell. I can't emulate that. Bit much for me. Right, Breitling Top Time. Yeah, but, more chance of me getting a fucking Ford Console Mark II. Yeah, square case. Oh, there's none available. Fucking. Like, what happens to these old watches? Do they just not come on the market, or do they get melted down for gold when they're knackered? Oh, here we go. Fucking hell. Actually, let's just have a look at this. Wait for it to open up on the bay that is E. Yeah, 2.7 thousand, not million. That is a beauty, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Case size 38.7 on a square case. That is a good old size. That is. Look at that. Right in sometime. Fucking beautiful. Well, I'm gonna post a link of that. Here we go. Copy link. Yeah, speak amongst yourselves while I'm busy. Right, yeah. 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 Anyway, how long have I been on? What's that? Oh god, 37 minutes. I'll stick it a bit longer. Well, in fact, I'll go and watch my own show, see if it's any good. Let's just check that it's working. There you go. It's working. It's doing all right. It's ticking over. Can't complain. Mustn't grumble, etc., etc. Right then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you soon because I can't be asked. But I found out a wristwatch was associated with Sid James, and they're available. There's one available on the eBay as we speak. 2,700 quid. Wow, a man can dream. A man can dream, but it's an affordable, achievable dream. You know, it isn't. I'll never get one, but it costs a quarter of what a Rolex would cost, so it is by definition more achievable. So at least I can be happy in that. The watch I can't afford it isn't as much as other watches I can't afford either. You know what I mean? It's the more affordable dream watch. I'm closer to it, even though I'll never reach it, and that makes me happy. Yeah, not as happy as a nice fucking saucy bit of stuff wearing skin tight jeans, with a big round bum, big bouncy boobies. Do I like the bum or the boobies? Well, you've got a big bum, you've got to have big boobs, and if you've got big boobs, you need a big bum. Otherwise, you fall flat on your face, break your bloody nose. Yeah, nice big round bum cakes. That's what I want. Yeah, curvaceousness. Mm, yeah. I know what brand of whiskey Sid James used to fucking drink. It was fucking Johnny Walker, weren't it? Because he had a sponsorship deal. They'd always send him a couple of crates, and he'd always stick a bottle in on the set. When no one's looking. Johnny Walker, Sid James. Oh dear, what can I be? Some old cunt has shat in the lavatory, sprayed out their guts and purple dashed it, you see. The Rumpo Kid. Yes, I had a conk on him. Testimony to his Jewish heritage and the period of his life where he was doing quite a lot of boxing. Yeah. Every punch landed on that fucking thing. Oh, yeah. After a while, he could hardly miss it. Oh, here we go. Sid James as a child. Oh, that's a beauty, that is. I want to be more like Sid James. I mean, he was Britain's sort of sport jacket, cardigan man, sort of smart, casual. Look at that. His crinkly hair. That's definitely Sid, isn't it? Oh, yeah. We have a dog and all. Family photo. We've got a dog. What on earth is that dog? Yeah, good. Oh, Sydney James. Sydney Balmoral James, to give him his full name. Oh, I love Sid James. Look at Sid James. He's a pipe smoker as well. Cigarettes, cigars, pipe. Oh, it's a trip down memory lane. Oh, Sid James. Brightening top time. Mm. Yeah, anyway, I've been going on so long. The weirdo's gone. Wanker. Yeah, the wrong un. Thank fuck for that. Thank fuck for that. I hate that arsehole. That fucking piece of shit. I know who it is. We all know who it is, don't we? We know who you are. Yeah. Well, there's another one here for 1,500 quid, but I bet it'll be taxed up because it's in the States or something. Oh no, 1,500 quid. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm in love. I am in love. Look at that. I'm going to post a link of that and all. Yeah. Anyway, 45 minutes. Should I do an hour? Well, I think I'll do an hour. I'm going to try and do an hour. I won't manage an hour. Well, we can try. You know what I mean? 1957 full concert monitor. Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing one now. I'm not going to manage an hour. I said I wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, we got comments in. Oh, it's him again. StreamYard Duck. Yeah. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Tap on a comment to show it on screen. That's it. That's it. Only the StreamYard Duck has the time, the energy, and the courtesy, the common courtesy to even pop in and say hello to me. I mean, we all hate the StreamYard Duck because he is a wanker. And he's been involved in several gang rapes of lady ducks. We all know what they get up to, the fucking ducks. But at least he pops by. No one else does, apart from the fucking that piece of garbage. We all know who it is. We know who you are. You're fucking ashamed of yourself. You're gonna sort your fucking life out. Fucking idiot. Mm. Anyway, I'm taking donations. I need to save up and buy shit. You know, I want to get myself a nice. Doesn't need to be the 1957, but I need a Ford console and a Breitling top time in gold, square case chronograph on a nice leather strap. I'll probably put it on a little, I don't know, collar wrap, you know, bit class. Right, I'll see you later then. Go on, fuck off the lot of you.